Hey guys, my name is Project, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about music, specifically people, uh, I guess hating on music, per se. I don't know, we'll get into it here in a second. But before we do that, I'm going to tell you about the gameplay here real quick. I've got Domination on Flak Tower, which by the way, if you didn't know, Domination is my favorite game mode in Call of Duty. I'm using the M1A1 carbine, I think that's what it's called. Anybody who tells you this gun sucks is lying to you. This gun is actually really good. I decided to pick it up, and well, I'd gotten this variant out of the supply drop, and I thought it looked cool, so I decided to give it a try. In this gameplay, though, I'm playing a little more defensively. I'm really paying attention to that B flag, watching over it, and trying to keep it away from the enemy. But that's beside the point. Let's just go ahead and get right into the topic. So a couple years ago, I had went to Warp Tour here in my local area in my state, and I remember I can't remember the bands that I was there to see. I believe it was Asking Alexander or something like that. It was metal and rock, really. And I remember we were we were at the amphitheater and we were waiting for our band to come on, and I'd looked at the little pamphlet thing or whatever that tells you what bands are what and when they're coming up and what time they're playing and what stage they're playing on and stuff. And I saw Mayday Parade, and I kind of scoffed at it a little bit. I don't really like Mayday Parade. That's just they're just not my cup of tea. But I had a couple of friends with me that did like them, and I remember looking at the paper and kind of scoffing about it and kind of being a little bit upset that I had to go watch these guys while we waited because I didn't want to be left alone there. I mean, there's thousands of people here. I don't know any of these people except the people that I came with. So, I don't want to be left alone, so I had to go with them. And so we go over to where Mayday Parade's going to play, and we're sitting there and we're waiting, and I'm dreading it. I mean, I'm just absolutely dreading it. I don't want to see these guys. I don't want to hear these guys. I just don't like them. And I we sat there and waited for a little bit, and they came out and they started playing or whatever, and I'm just making faces, moaning and groaning, complaining. I'm not having a good time, and I'm telling them, like, why are we here? These guys suck. They clearly suck. They're trash. They're probably one of the worst bands ever, and I just completely couldn't stand it. I hated the thought of being there. But while they were playing a song, I don't remember the song again. It's been a couple of years ago. I want to say it was before. I want to say it was before I even got with my wife. But there was this girl. I mean, she was a pretty lady. She wasn't the prettiest thing in the world, but she was kind of pretty. And it seemed like there was something wrong with her a little bit mentally. I don't know. I'm not being mean when I say that. It just something kind of seemed off about her. But she was wearing a Mayday Parade shirt across her chest, and she was up and singing the songs and clapping and having a good old time. And this one song came on, and I'm just watching this girl in amazement that somebody can actually like a band like this. And this one song came on, and she started crying. I mean, just tears just running down her cheek, and it clearly moved her. And I really got to thinking about it. I was like, is there any songs that do that for me? And when I came to the realization that there is, that's when I realized that what I have been doing the entire time, from the first day I'd heard Mayday Parade or these other bands that I don't like, up until that point, I was in the wrong. Because I don't know if that song in particular that I'm hating on, or that band that I'm hating on, could have possibly saved, her life. Maybe she was thinking about committing, suicide, taking her own life or something, and then she had heard this song and it gave her hope and inspiration, and heard this band, and they just put a smile on her face, and it's the only thing in the world that makes her happy. What if that's the case? And here I am hating on these people and putting these people down, and it just really bothered me knowing that I was doing that up to that point where I had that realization. And there for a while I'd forgot about it, because like I said, it's been a couple of years, and I'd woken up this morning. I had to be at work at 6:30 to go down to where we were doing our next job, and I'd gotten into the truck, and we had to wait for another coworker, and whenever he had finally gotten into the truck or whatever, I'd already had my phone plugged into the auxiliary cord, My boss is driving. I'm in the passenger seat. He's in the back seat. I already had my phone plugged in with the auxiliary cord, and it'd been a little bit. And he said, "Hand me that thing if you're not going to play it." And I said, "No, I'm going to play it." So I went ahead and I started playing some music that I like. And I kept looking back, and he was enjoying, the first three songs. They were really clicking with him, but after that, he wasn't too happy, and he just kept scoffing at the music that I was playing and the idea that I could possibly even listen to something like this, and it clearly bothered him. And then it got to a point where he started saying, "These guys suck, just hand me the auxiliary cord." And then he started making special requests and stuff, which none of the stuff that he requested did I like. I mean, I did not like it at all, but I did it anyway. And I listened to it, I sucked it up, I put my big boy pants on, I listened to the songs, and I didn't say anything about it. I didn't scoff at him, I just sat there, and I looked out the window while I listened. And it just really bothered me, because I played a couple of songs that really meant something to me, and he's sitting back there, telling me how bad this band or this song sucks, and it just really bothered me, and that's what made me think about it. And you just don't know. You don't know what people are going through or what they've been through, and you don't know if the thing that you claim that you hate is something that saved their lives. I mean, you just don't know. And I'm not being like a social justice warrior or whatever. I'm just saying, like, just lay off of it. Let everybody do their thing. It's no big deal. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean that you have to say that they suck, or use bad language whenever you're talking about them, or just hating on them in general. You shouldn't do that. It doesn't give you the right to, because you don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. Keep yours to yourself, and everything will be fine. I mean, there's just no reason to be like that. But that's pretty much all I've got on that, guys. Real quick before this ends, I don't know my upload schedule. I haven't figured it out, and I don't think I'm gonna have one. I know for sure I'm not gonna upload or stream on Sundays unless for some reason I don't have to work that Monday or something like that. But I typically take Sundays off at least. But I'm not just gonna, record the filler content or whatever and just put it up here. I only want to record commentaries when I actually have something to talk about. And I mean, I'm not gonna force myself to put out content if I'm not feeling it, because I know if I'm not feeling it, you guys aren't gonna feel it. You're not gonna enjoy it, and it's just gonna be a big mess of bleh. And then before I know it, my channel's just gonna be clogged up with filler content, and whenever new people are coming in or whatever, they're gonna most likely find that filler content before they find the content that I'm actually proud of and put a lot of work into. So I'm trying not to do that anymore. I've got a couple of videos on my channel right now that were filler content, but I'm only gonna upload when I have something good to talk about. I mean, I hate that it's that way. I don't want it to be that way. I'd love to upload every day. I love doing this. I've told you this a billion times before. I love doing this, and I wish I could upload every day, but the reality is that I just can't. I mean, I do construction for a living, and that keeps me away from home a majority of the time, and then I don't get to see my family and stuff. I've already went over all of this, but I'm just saying, I'm not just going to throw up bad content unless I have something good to talk about. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you can find it in your heart, if you think I deserved it, please hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell next to it. That'll let you know when I upload and when I start streaming. And you guys know I love you. It's been Project, guys. Take it easy, and peace.